John Boyle, do you have a question for Bobby?
Oh, sure. Yeah, Bobby, just playoff time. Pete was talking about this kind of, the messaging for guys who haven't been there, either veterans who just haven't played in it or rookies. As someone who's been through it, what are you telling the young guys about a playoff game?
Um, I think the thing that I tell everybody is just, I know it sounds cliche, but treat it like it's a normal game. Don't make it bigger than what it is. I mean, obviously there's more at stake. Obviously, if you lose, you go home. So there's different standpoints to these games now that you're in the playoffs. But you don't want to get to the point where the whole world's watching and you're trying to make a spectacular play or trying to make something up that you've never done before. And so I just keep doing what's gotten you here and trust your preparation, trust your greatness, and we'll be all good.
Miss Jen?
Given the experience you have in the playoffs and the familiarity with the Rams, what has all of that taught you about what you should be preparing for this week?
Um, Obviously they are who they are. So I think they're not going to come out here and be something that they're not. They're not going to change up who they are. I definitely feel like they're going to add, one or two, new plays that we might not have seen before, things of the nature. But if you read your keys and do your things that you're called upon on those plays, you'll be fine. But I think a lot of it is just which team is going to execute the most, which team is going to prepare the best, and just lock in. It's really about focus this go around.
Omar?
Hey, Bobby, good to see you. Coach said after the game on Sunday that he credited you and KJ for this turnaround, throughout the season. Obviously, you've been a leader in that locker room for a long time and a great player for a long time. What, in this specific instance, during this particular season, were you guys doing to kind of help lead that turnaround?
I think it's just providing our experience, providing our knowledge, understanding the difficulty of this season outside of everything that was going on, outside of, in the real world and things of that nature. But even inside the buildings, things weren't going our way, and understanding that we had to stay the course, stay locked in, stay focused, and just kind of relaying that message. Keep guys believing and understanding that as long as we, lock in and improve every week, we're going to have a turnaround, and we did.
Thank you.
AJ?
Hey, Bobby. So, Coach just said that, it sounds like Jamal Adams is going to be sort of a day-by-day, game-time decision type of thing. What does that do to your preparation for planning on with or without him?
I don't know if it changes the preparation. You still have to watch the film. You still have to, do your homework. Still have to practice well, things of that nature. So as far as the preparation, it doesn't necessarily change anything. But, Jamal's a fighter. Jamal is a, very high energy person and a person who, is going to do everything he can to get out there on the field. And so we kind of just got to wait and see and understand, whatever happens at the end of the week is you have to be ready for it.
Greg?
Bobby, what did you see differently out of Wolford quarterbacking than Goff usually brings him?
I think the biggest thing was, him being a little bit more mobile. Definitely felt like he, when he didn't have it downfield, he took off and ran the ball. And, Goff did it, a little bit in our game, but not the way that they did it, not the way he did it in Arizona. So I wouldn't be surprised if they even threw in a couple design quarterback runs for him. So I think that would be the big difference. As far as the offense, it was still the same offense, still making the same reads, still looking for the same guys. Obviously, you want to get the ball in your playmakers' hands, and they'll have more playmakers this week. But I definitely expect him to use his legs a little bit when he has to.
And in general, do you think it's advantage offense or advantage defense when you're playing a team twice in 3 weeks?
I would say advantage defense, right? Because, there's only so many more offensive plays you can put in. But, it's a short week, so, I'm pretty sure Coach McVay would be creative. So,
Michael Sean?
Hey, Bobby, in terms of dealing with us, when did you realize how important it was to try and be in control of your own narrative or the narrative of your team?
oh, went left on that one. Let me see. I would think coming into the league, obviously, when you have guys like Sherm, he always talked about the role the media played, positively and negatively. But I think the biggest thing that I saw was when guys started negotiating their contract. And when I saw the way one contract was perceived versus the way another contract was perceived, and then, just really let me know, like, you have to control your narrative. You have to control what people say, not what people say, but you have to kind of get ahead of it, because if you let somebody else do it, they can run with the narrative and just change it. We've seen it in all different aspects throughout life. I think even when you look at some of the things, I think I saw something today on Twitter with the coaches, when they, when a black quarterback or a black coach gets fired or gets let go or part ways, it's never that. It's never part ways. It's never, that kind of conversation. It's typically he got fired. But, some majority of times when a white coach gets fired, it's part ways, which creates a better narrative for him to get another job. And so, I definitely think it's something that you have to be conscious of, something that you have to understand as part of the game, and as a part of the, the way the league is, the world is. But the more conscious of it, the more guys you have like LeBron, who has his own platform, and guys using their own platform to control the words that's coming out of their mouth, like Twitter and things of that nature. I think it puts us in a better position.
Is that something you talk about with the younger guys, especially in this age of all social media and everything?
Yeah, you definitely have a conversation with them. Obviously, with Twitter and all the active social media pages that you have in this world right now, the biggest thing with them is understanding whatever you put out there, you can't really take it back. So whether it's a tweet, whether it's a Facebook post, whether it's a IG story, as soon as your word leaves, somebody takes it and they can run with it, no matter what the explanation you have for that. So just being conscious of, what messaging you want to put out there, and, what narrative you want to put out there. Just definitely got to be aware of it, especially in this day and age.
Thanks.
No problem.
Brady?
Bobby, when did this is time for your weekly KJ Wright question, I guess? But
Wow.
when did KJ get the nickname Screen Master? How did that come about?
When was that? Probably 2012, maybe 2014, maybe ish, somewhere around there. I think it was just every time a team ran a screen, KJ was on it, no matter who it was. And if you put somebody else in the position, the screen, they got it. But KJ, every time a screen was happening, KJ saw it. And not only did he see it, he saw it before it even, happened. I forgot what game it was this year, but there was one game where he came from the left side of the field and just took off, and nobody knew where he was going until they saw the screen, and he tackled it for TFL from the opposite side of the field. So I think it's just his intelligence, the way he sees the screens, and it's very rare that you will get a screen on the side that 50 is on.
And with KJ, we talk about him on the field, but off the field, just what do you think he's meant to the team, to the community, and everything like that?
He's meant, everything to not only the team, the community, like you said. He does a lot of charity work, a lot of the work in the community. But then, he's a guy that shares his knowledge with all the younger guys. 10 years of experience is a long time for somebody to have some knowledge, and he's a guy that offers that knowledge and constantly has conversations with everybody, whether old guy, young guy, because I think he's a guy that truly wants to see everybody succeed and everybody provide for their family at the best way possible. And so I think he means everything to our team, to the organization, to the community, to his football family.
And with that, KJ will be right out. Thank you, Bobby.
That was it? Oh, perfect.
Take it easy.